know, I'm no spring chicken anymore. In girl band years, I'm about 40. Don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed at the time with the band, but now it's time to kind of do our own thing for a bit. I've felt in the last few years a bit like I've had to justify myself. Of course, I love to go out like anyone my age. I love what I'm doing, but I still get home and I feel sorry for myself and I cry over the stupidest thing. This is the first time you get to see me topless.
Hi Sarah, MTV.
Hello.
Do you mind if we start filming?
Yeah, it isn't quite cribbed, but come on in.
What are we doing over the next 24 hours, Sarah?
In the next 24 hours, you're going to be following yours truly around the set of St Trinian's for the new film that I'm choosing. I think I've got to go. Yeah. And this is Angela, if you haven't already met. Angela's from my management. Come on, let's go on set. Where do I go, babe, for wardrobe? Just, is it Claire? Everyone's trying to avoid the cameras, it's hilarious. This is wardrobe. You know, the first thing I just spotted was a great big pair of tits. Who's this that? This is the first time you get to see me topless.
What are you filming today then, Sarah?
The scene we're filming today is going to be the final party scene. So we're all like, yeah, you know, at the end of the film. I think every St Trinian's film has to end in a good party and a big cheer. These are all the school kids. Hi, girls. Hi. They're all so naughty.
How
It's
did
great.
they treat you when being on set, having a member of Girls Aloud on set with them?
There was this one girl the other day, and we were in the dorm, and one of the girls got placed near me, and every time she couldn't help but turn around, and she'd be like...
At you?
Yeah, like that. I think some of the younger ones are a bit like, they don't look at me as playing a character, they still see me as Girls Aloud, kind of. I mean, I suppose that's kind of, if for example, that we're a band that they like, then I suppose they're going to be a little bit like, ah. So, before you get me into more trouble, let's go.
So Sarah, you're starring in your first feature film.
Yes.
Is it actually a scary prospect?
I don't want people to think I'm just waltzing off the stage from Girls Aloud and just, you know, waltzing into doing the acting, because it's not. I've done a little bit of training when I was younger to do it, something I've always wanted to do, just never found the time.
Has it been intimidating at all?
It was a little bit at first at the read-through, when it was the full cast read-through. And we sat there for about 2.5 hours reading the whole script in character. That was daunting. I was literally, I had sweat running down my face. Like, I'm going to be shit, I'm going to be shit.
So how's the social life suffered for working long hours like this?
No, I've not actually been out in a couple of weeks.
It's not like you, Sarah.
I know, it's not like me, but to be honest with you, I wanted to kind of give this my all. It's my first main feature for me, and plus I'm really tired, and I'm staying in the country, and I know I'm getting a bit kind of set in my old ways now. I'm getting on, you know, I'm no spring chicken anymore. In girl band years, I'm about 40. You know how a dog is 7 years per year? Right, so let's work it out. 7 years in Girls Aloud equals 3 years. Put 3 years onto every year, because that's how much I feel like I've aged. So I would really be, I was 21, 3, 6, 9, 12, you know, add another 18 years. So I'm about 40 years old, really, in girl band years.
Is it weird not having your bandmates around you on set?
You get used to like a whole kind of routine of when you're doing interviews. Unless they direct the questions at you, I'm kind of used to just sitting back and being like, oh yeah. I'm used to Cheryl talking for the five of us because she's the chattiest out of us all, isn't she, in interviews. And Cheryl and Kimberly Cheryl and Kimberly tend to talk for a five of us, don't they? Who's Louis? Is this your name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Louis.
Hello. Hello. Oh, Dribbles. Hey. Who are these people? Say hello, MTV. Hello, MTV. Since I've been getting better with dogs, I found myself getting better with kids. And my friends have all been having babies now, so I'm not really very maternal, but I'm getting a bit more kind of good with kids. Come on. I don't think I'm going to have a huge lunch because I'll just want to sit down and pass out. I always do that. So I'll probably just have a bit of salad. Oh, what is it, lasagna? Oh, man, I love lasagna. I don't want to jump the queue. No, because normally they get us to go around here, but just a bit of lasagna. A bit of lasagna and chips, but little, please, because honestly, they're not generous anymore. Well, not when there's loads, because they give me huge portions and I just get really tired. I'm just going to see what's on the menu. This is why I need to go back to the gym, though, because if I don't dance it off, then where's it going to go? I'm watching you. You're right.
Yeah. I like the hair on you.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Thank you. What was the korma? Is that korma? What is that? Korma. It looks more like a masala. But you're not going to film me eating, are you? The whole lot? I'm literally 24 hours under the spot.
Sleeping.
I've got to go back on set. And now I'm going to go and party my ass off.
Is it a difficult element of your job, having to keep your body gorgeous?
It can be quite harsh, yeah, I'm not going to lie. You become, like before I even did Girls Aloud and this, I really was, I was more of like a happy 10, 12 size, but I think once you start seeing yourself a lot more and pick, you know, papers and magazines and you're having your picture taken a lot more, you can't help but become more conscious about what you look like. But I just want to feel good in myself because that way I'll come across as more confident. And doing what we're doing, you have to be confident. Otherwise, you know, I can't walk around staring at the floor all the time because I've got to strut around on a stage and I don't want to be thinking I've got dimples in my arse. But I don't, listen, if I'm not working, I couldn't give a toss what I'm wearing. I don't care if my arse is hanging out. I don't care if I'm not wearing a bra or if my hair's up here or I've got no makeup on. I just want to be comfortable because a lot of the time when you're working, you're not. You're wearing tight things, high heels, and, you know, it's nice to kind of take it all off.
Obviously, the rest of Girls Aloud are all gorgeous. Do you all compare each other to each other and think, like, Cheryl's looking particularly gorgeous today?
There's no comparison between any of us because we're all kind of very individual. I tend to get makeup envy. I'm really terrible like that. I'm like, oh, but I want that makeup. I want the makeup Kimberly's got on. So I go into little girl mode sometimes. I go, but why? But then that's the actress to me, I suppose. I can be a bit of a drama queen.
So what's the plan for you and the rest of Girls Aloud then?
Now it's time to kind of do our own thing for a bit, and we did need a change of direction for a little while because we've been doing the same thing for about 7 years, and it gets a bit tedious. Then when it's not as much fun anymore, you've got to like go away and remember what you first enjoyed about that and learn to miss it. Can you let me go and get changed because I am sweating. Have you had fun today? Well, this is where you've got to stay while I get changed. Okay, right, really, seriously. Go on. Give me a sec, give me a sec.
As it been a hard day?
I'm exhausted. I live like about an hour out of London now, which I'm very grateful for because it keeps me out of trouble. But it's nice to go home to, but it takes a bloody long time sometimes in the traffic. But you know what I was saying about you get home and you're tired, you're so tired you cried, but I've accepted, like, you know, I love what I'm doing, but I'd still get home and I feel sorry for myself and I cry over the stupidest thing, and the next morning I get up and I'm like, what was I crying about last night? One of the main things I've learnt about doing this film is because there's such long days, you've got to learn to conserve your energy, because I'm very hyper, as you've probably noticed. So I tend to like burn out really quick. I'm having to start and stop. So it's learning about how to, you know, keep yourself going and try not to fall asleep during the day as well, because if you do, you're screwed. Right, now listen, seriously, I've got to go. I want to see you nice and fresh in the morning, okay? Don't be going out partying all night. Bye. Mornings are very, very hard for me to get out of bed. Don't film my doggy having a wee. The press is definitely pushing a stronger image of what I really am like. Yeah, of course I love to go out like anyone my age. Daddy! It's Daddy! We moved in quite quickly.
I didn't have to pay any rent. I'm joking.
What is it with all these jokes today?